G'day guys and welcome back to Jans_gaming for another Dokkan battle video. So for today's video we're going to be looking at the new upcoming LR Pikkon. So he's going to be a yellow coin LR, first one in a while it feels like. So let's jump in and see what this Pikkon has got here. So he is physical, as you could just see there. But yeah, I briefly had a skim over his stat, like what he does, and this is the big news. So leader skill is Otherworld Warriors and Saviors 3 key 200%. So that's really massive when you consider that these yellow coins have always been just the flat 150. This is such a massive upgrade. So this is a huge dub here. Means you'll actually be able to run him as a lead. So for his passive here, we've got key 3, 250%, so solid stats there. He's got a 50% chance to dodge, and he's an orb changer, so randomly changes key spheres of physical, other than physical, to rainbow, which we love. Perfect. When there's another tournament participants or Otherworld Warriors ally in the same turn, you give 3 key and 40% attack and defense to allies, so support unit, amazing. Tick tick. As the second attacker when there is another World Warriors or tournament participants, you give allies 10% damage reduction for 2 turns. So obviously that is quite limited to him purely being in slot 2, but that is a massive ability. Really, really like that. So that's going to be, you're almost going to force yourself into using that, I think. Then as the second or third attacker, you've got you guard, you've got a 50% chance to crit, you've got to launch an additional that has a 50% chance of becoming a super, and an additional 20% chance to dodge. So that does get him up to a 70% chance to dodge in slot 2 or 3, and then when attacking with 18 key or more, you get the extra 150%. So essentially, this guy's just a dodging support unit, and if you've been around the channel for a bit, you'd know that I love my dodging support units. So big tick so far on what this Pikkon is able to do. He's then got an active skill where he goes serious. So for his seriousness, that can be activated from the 4th turn start of battle. So the same as the 5th year anniversary fusions. If you get them on first rotation, you can then float them off, and then it can transform straight away. Same goes for Pikkon here. So yeah, start of battle is definitely the way that we prefer to have this written. So massive win there. For his links, we've got Supreme Warrior, Experienced Fighters, Shocking Speed, Cold Judgment, Otherworld Warriors, Fierce Battle, and Legendary Power. Being a Pikkon unit, we were never going to have a crazy link set, so is what it is there. For the categories, we've got Otherworld Warriors, Saviors, which is the 2 leader skills, Worthy Rivals, Battle of Wits, Storied Figures, and Tournament Participants. Now, I would have liked to have seen full power, considering that he's going into seriousness, which means that he's going full power, but I guess we get what we're given here. And then for his super attack effects, so we've got 50% attack and defense on the 12 key, and then greatly lowers defense. And then on the 18 key, you got greatly raises attack and massively raises defense. So that is part 1 of his kit. And then here you can see greatly lowers attack. And then we go into seriousness. So essentially this is pretty much just a costume change. And so with his passive, it then moves into key 5, 300% attack and defense, so an extra 50% there. He's got the guard in all slots now, 70% chance to dodge, 70% chance to perform a crit, and then gets 2 key per rainbow key so obtained, and again, rainbow orb changes. So straight away, start of turn, 70% chance to crit, dodge, and has guard. So that's pretty nutty while rainbow orb changing. And then before receiving an attack, he then gets an additional 3 and 10% chance to dodge, so that bumps him up to an 80% chance to dodge. And then when attacking, we start to get some more buffs here. So just when attacking, 50%, with 12 or more key, 70%, 18 or more key, an additional 100%, and then with 24 key, it's 150% attack, and the attacks are guaranteed to hit. I don't feel like there's a crazy amount of bosses who are getting off dodges at the moment, but still, that can certainly be handy in patches. For every rainbow keysphere obtained, you can also get an additional 30% attack and 10% crit. Now, remember, because he does get the extra key per rainbow keysphere, that does mean he is going to be diverted more towards those rainbow keyspheres as well. So they are going to be easier for you to get. With the super attack effects, like no, obviously nothing changes links and category wise, but with the super attack effects, we've got greatly raised attack and defense, and then greatly lowers defense, and then massively raised attack and defense, so 100% buff there. So what I will say that is a bit annoying is that we do lose the support when we do go into serious Pikkon. That would have been great to have had here. But I guess in a sense we do still get that support via the rainbow orb changing. So honestly, I really do like this Pikkon. Definitely my style of unit. The thing is that we do have the AGL Pikkon at the same time, who is also extremely good. How could you go running 3 of them on this team? It could definitely be really interesting. That's going to be a lot of support combined with the orb changing, and Otherworld Warriors does have quite a lot of good options, so maybe could be something worth looking into, because yeah, AGL Pikkon's definitely still really good. You got both the 10th anniversary LRs on the team as well, but yeah, probably would have liked a new named character or someone that hasn't been represented in a while to have got an option first, but still, this Pikkon's, I think he'll be really solid, and I'm going to throw a couple stones to see if I can pick up a copy of him. So let me know your thoughts on the Pikkon down below, as well as if you reckon you're going to be summoning for him, or whether it's just going to be a skip and save for Golden Week, which I would definitely advise, because Golden Week's units are probably just going to be absolutely insane. So, as again, let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to keep up with the content, and hopefully I'll catch you all on the next video.